Hey there, I'm going to do a little channel housekeeping first, so if you want to skip past all that and head straight to the point, or if you got to this episode in your recommendations, skip to the next chapter or this time code. Okay then, yes, I know. The heck, Suede, it's been over a month. You said more re-uploads of Pokemon Journey are coming, and now you're doing this, whatever the heck this is. I get it, and I'd be remiss not to remind everyone watching that many of the old episodes, as well as brand new episodes of Pokemon Journey, are available right now, free of charge, no membership required, on my Patreon, if you go to the collections page seen here. I've uploaded the first 34 episodes of Classic Journey, with more being uploaded regularly, and 11 never seen on YouTube episodes are up there too, episodes 194 to 205. There was even a crossover episode.
I'm pretty sure Jesse's the only member of Team Rocket who actually likes crime. The others just want to hang out and drive mechs. And to be fair, that is pretty relatable.
So be sure to check in there for new Pokemon content, and I will eventually get some more bot-proof episodes up here, but just not this month. Why? Well, because my new meds are amazing, I fell down a rabbit hole, and I just emerged from it with a new hyperfixation that I have to bring up now because I don't want to let the chance for a perfect pun slip away. Can you tell I'm autistic? Those of you watching may remember a long time ago, in some of the earliest days of Suede, after my time skip but before the betrayal of Orsamark, the first video I made in my new persona was a top 11 Western anime. It is weapons grade cringe with numerous rookie mistakes and uninformed opinions, so I will not unprivate it for less than $10,000, but I'm sure it's bootlegged out there somewhere if you're that desperate. But anyway, all of the usual suspects were on the list: Avatar, Teen Titans, Samurai Jack, a distinct lack of Cyber 6, because I was a grossly uninformed little sprog, and there was also one that stood out from the pack for just how little people seemed to remember it. One that I had incredibly fond memories of watching, yet no one else seemed to. The Legend of Calamity Jane. It wasn't a matter of whether people liked it or not either. From what I can tell, this thing was freaking buried. It was a France-US co-production where only 3 episodes aired in the States, yet places like Canada and the EU, and yes, even New Zealand got it in full. According to Wikipedia, after the first 3 weeks, the show was put on break to allow for new episodes of Superman animated, and they just never finished it. Yeah, you think that executives just binning an entire project on a whim is a new thing? No, it's just harder to hide nowadays. But I'm going to go into all that in a later video. What matters is that the show was basically lost media at the time of that video, so much so that I had to use rough scribbles to describe what happens in an episode I loved, because no one ever recorded it on VHS, or at least never converted them to digital.
The girl replies, "Tell me about the first time you shot somebody."
Tell me about the first time you shot someone.
I will not.
But last year that all changed. The masters were found and sold, and the Legend of Calamity Jane finally got a physical release. Here it is. In my hands. It's freaking surreal. I knew I had to do a retrospective and a review on this old friend, but since I knew it would most likely be one of the only videos on the internet about it, I wanted to do my due diligence. So I looked into the production of the show, which led to seeing if the dates lined up, which led to seeing if dates in other media about her lined up, which led to examining her different portrayals and how they compared to the real woman, which led to me looking up why she became pretty much the only woman in the Wild West to gain folk legend status aside from maybe Annie Oakley, and wow, both of those women got musicals in the 50s and they were both really problematic, and they had the same guy play the love interest in both of them. And France in particular seemed to have a fascination with her in that not only did they help make this series, she was a recurring character in one of their most popular comics, and they made an animated movie about her early life that also never got a physical release in the US. Oh gosh, it's happening, it's a hyper-focus, look out! So yes, I want to look at as many media portrayals as I can of this absolutely fascinating real person who became a figure of tall tales while she was still alive, all largely due to being in a famous place and having a cool nickname while wearing pants. Obviously there's a bit more to it than that, and I want to go so far into it, you guys. This is weird looks at the social gathering levels of rabbit hole here, and you are all diving in with me. Starting with the Saturday morning cartoon that opens with a lynching. So why now? Why not last year when I finally had the Blu-ray in my hot little hands? Well, kind of embarrassing, but yeah, it's entirely because I wanted to wait until June. Because it's Calamity June!
Holy calamity, scream insanity! All you ever gonna be another great fan of me.
But if I'm gonna do this, I feel like something's missing. Shoot, what could it be? There we go. Okay, cowpokes, from today onwards I'm going to do a daily mini review of each episode of the cartoon until all 13 episodes are covered. And then on the last day I'm going to do a full retrospective on the series as a whole. I also want to do one other long-form video on another Calamity Jane property, but we'll just have to see if I can handle it. Heck, there are so many movies and shows I could cover, I could easily make it a yearly thing, so let's just see how it shakes out. Keep a weather eye on tomorrow's horizon as I see once and for all if I truly struck it rich back in the 90s or if it were all just fool's gold. But if what I learned about Jane in my research so far is true, having a great time on a journey to nowhere is one of the best tributes to her I could do. See you then.
I will spend the week